welcome back, guys, to Hogwarts Legacy. Team where we left off. We are gonna try to get back to Raft as soon as we can get energy to be able to match our schedules, because that's kind of been a hard thing. Quest. The sky is the limit. Might want to do that one. We do secret room stuff, but I think go do this real quick, and then while I'm waiting for like a side quest to open up.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Oh, that's not good.
Historically speaking, there's never been anything like it.
Hello again. Wonderful to see you. As before, I've arranged a special price on the broom upgrade for you. You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you. You're all set with the new upgrade. I can't wait to hear what you think. This may sound presumptuous, but...
You'd like me to report back with even more flight details.
You know me well. I feel I'm almost there. I just think I can improve broom flight a bit more. Miss Ray's is running a time trial at the South Coast course. Not ideal, really, what with rumours of Ranrock's lot and Ashwinders infiltrating the place. However, if you're flying high above them, you should be all right, I think.
I'm not worried, Mr. Weeks. I'll see if I can find Imelda.
I hope you are able to complete these trials. I have a feeling this final upgrade is going to be a sweeping success. Do be careful, of course. I shall look forward to hearing from you soon. I look forward to our next meeting.
The new flying upgrades way down there. So that's something I'll do another time. I think what I'm gonna do. While you're here, I'll just go do the spider quest. Go kill the spiders. I think I'm gonna land here.
Confringo! Incendio! Places! Confringo! Incendio! Glacius, Depulso, Confringo, Incendo! Incendio! Confringo! Ain't Confringo! Revelio! The cave must be somewhere in this maze. I wonder what else is in here. Confringo! Revelio. Confringo. Confringo.
We should speak with Mr. Bickle's friends. I believe I can sneak away without drawing my mother's eye. Meet me near Hogsmeade, and we will devise a plan.
Confringo. Revelio. Confringo.
I think I know how and where to approach the centaurs about protecting the Snidgets.
Revelio. Confringo. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. This could be the Acromantula cave Mr. Adley mentioned. Confringo!
Alright, there he is. It's big boy.
So this is the infamous absconder. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Confringo. Glacius.
Not really hard to feed. It's a big ass spider.
Confringo. Protego. Glacius. Incendio. Confringo. 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 Glacius. Incendio. Confringo. Glacius. Confringo. Glacius. Depulso. Confringo. Incendio. Glacius. Confringo. Glacius. Confringo. 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 Glacius. Confringo. Glacius. Incendio. Confringo. Now all that's taken care of, I need to find the heirloom for Milo's daughter. Revelio. Confringo. I need to bring this heirloom back to Mr. Adley. Revelio.
Go down here, go back to the castle, get some potions, because, I don't have enough potions to heal now, because I used them all fighting this damn spider.
Ah, you look none the worse for wear.
Mr. Adley, I retrieved the heirloom pocket watch from Milo's body.
Merlin's beard! How did you? Actually, I don't want to know. I don't want to think about that acromantula ever again. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm glad Milo's daughter will have something to remember him by.
I am too. As far-fetched as his schemes were, Milo was a good friend, and I shall miss him. Please, accept this reward for your trouble.
I should be going now. Thank you.
Milo can rest in peace now that his wishes have been fulfilled and his daughter has been...
Let's go to the room required, make some potions, gather some gear, and then... Oh no, what I'm doing next. What I should do? I got big worms going. Let's go and do. I'll go here. Find where I need to go. I'll help Poppy first. I like Poppy. I don't know if you guys seen though. There is a update coming where you can eventually date people. So that's kind of interesting.
I can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
Is this where we're meeting the centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
Once we tell them about the Snidgets, they'll understand why we came and they'll want to help.
I hope you're right. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word. I just... Never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
That's right. We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure to all be fine.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never! We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden
I...
Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
Let's do this.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him, what with his being a centaur and all.
I am too. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave you mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
Alright, Poppy. Cool, so we set that up. I guess we go to here now. We'll go speak to Kathy.
These rocks have seen better days.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Is the knee reversal?
Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hoped to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Oh, tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends. Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it. But perhaps it's been here all along.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it out for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note? That might help me to identify it should I come across it.
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and to be worthy of Rosie.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man. But when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns.
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Biggles' friends. Mrs. Rabe should...
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and am trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
I'll probably end up beating the Shadow.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty. It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
Taking care of yourself, I hope.
Someone was that.
Natty must be around here somewhere. Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
You watch what you say.
Revelio. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find...
Now they fucking got me angry. I will fucking... This
The
is where I was
footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Accio! Hidden door. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
We'll get to her. I'm not gonna hurt her because then it will just cause it just horrible.
Revelio. I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
Using that girl as bait, that one's coming for her. We ought to just kill her.
Harlow says her friend will be reckless enough. He wants them alive.
Enough to come in here alone.
Just keep an eye out.
Do you remember the first life you took? Can't say I do. All a bit of a blur at this point.
Not my fault if a customer skips the fine print and I have to break a few bones. When I had an otter when I was younger, I transfigured it, but it just changed into another otter. Yes, of course it was a different otter. What do you think I am, a muggle? I could tell.
I don't want to work with goblins. Not now, not ever. Rookwood's gone mad.
Show yourself,
Was it upper or lower Hogsfield?
you little coward!
Well, I hate to do this.
Pay for your deed.
Brave to face me.
Aha! Back bumble.
My conduct. Lot of good
I'm gonna have to go in this with a little more flair. I need to beat that lady though.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
not gonna work.
It might.
Using that girl as bait, that one's coming for her.
Revelio.
Harlow says her friend will be reckless enough. He wants them alive.
Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone. What are you, shy? Posse walker? What are your thoughts on electricity?
Revelio. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Defender. Descendo. Levioso.
I'm just warming up.
Expelliarmus.
You're no match for me.
Defender. Descendo. Levioso. Expelliarmus.
You're going to regret that. To your knees.
Capulso. Glacius.
Death!
Confringo. Incendio.
You made it.
Defender.
Just another arrogant child.
Oh my god. It's gonna be a tough fight. I can already feel it, guys. I'm already feeling it. I'm just going right.
Natty must have been taken this way.
There might be a way to do this.
I need to find her quickly. I'd better be sure.
Like chopping cabbages.
It's not gonna work. Using using that girl as bait. No one's coming for her. We ought to just kill her. Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
Oh, what's the light going
Bonzo!
So close!
You'll regret that. Damn thing.
Show me yourself!
Is that the best you want?
What a look at.
Nice shot!
Wretched weed!
Make him weak!
Stop it!
You're going to regret that.
Defender.
Go plant.
Leviosa.
Plants in a duel? Pathetic.
Descender.
I'm beating you pretty well with this plan.
Bombarda. Accio. Arresto Momentum. Expelliarmus. Leviosa. Defender. Descender. Glacius. Deformso. Confringo. Expelliarmus.
Give it back.
What are your thoughts on?
Expulso!
Incendio. Incendio. Confringo.
From above!
Incendio.
Made a great mistake!
Glacius. Incendio.
Expulso!
Confringo.
Now, this has become...
Glacius. Repulsor. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Arresto Momentum. Accio.
You've gone too far.
Levioso. Defender. Descendo. Incendio.
Barely felt anything at all.
Bombarda. Defender. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Depulso. Confringo. Incendio. Defender. Expelliarmus. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Confringo. Incendio. Revelio. Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
Oh, I've got to clear out my bag. Sorry, guys. Sometimes it's hard to... Give myself a couple gear slots. Gotta get off my gear in here.
Revelio. The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back.
Well, I'm glad I can return all this stuff back to the people it belongs to.
Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
Guys are there. Let's hit that here.
Revelio. Natty must be here somewhere.
You found us. I knew you would realize I had left my wand for you. Speak to Mr. Rabe. He will tell you what you need to do.
I need your help.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Your friend Natty was not able to summon my wand. It must be blocked by something.
Revelio. Mr. Rabe's wand could be in there.
I can tell.
Mr. Rabe's wand. He'll be glad to have this back. Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
They're not gonna be happy with the raid their hideout.
Revelio.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friend.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay. I understand.
Don't want to be seen. I've already knocked out enough of their stuff.
Revelio.
Weird. Don't worry about it now. I'll come back later.
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once and for all.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
Oh man, I don't want to say I understood.
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and hauling them off based on a few accusations. I must insist that you leave them to us. We shall have no further discussion on this. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
I think Officer Singer is actually the one behind all of it. Goodness. Spellbooks become more powerful. This would be a good time to reveal my gear. I'm curious about something. Why is Singer so set on not taking him down? What do you think, guys? Do you think there's a little bit of a conspiracy going on here? I'm starting to think there is.
The Ashwinders have ceased pestering me. I suspect that's your doing. Thank you from me and Rosie both. We're just leaving for our honeymoon after we tell Mr. Hill of our recent marriage. Wish me luck.
Okay, there's some new gear we got. Let's put some of it on. Glasses, probably nothing good. Okay, can lose 18. I guess I could try to update it, but yeah, 18.8. Okay, nothing good's gonna be in there. Yeah, because I never updated it twice. This is probably level 33, level 30. Yeah, it's gonna equal out the same. But this one's good because it's his offense is much higher. I always update that one. Actually, kind of like that robe. I'm gonna keep that one on. Actually, I'm gonna leave that on too. That's pretty cool. So now we go to the limb, upgrade all that. potions. Alrighty, all my stuff upgraded. Let's go. Go to world map. Go to Hogsmeade. Alright, Hogsmeade. Ooh, a side quest. We can do that too. I want to go. This guy is the one I want to go to. I'll do that side quest too. I guess I could pick that up. Yeah, that'll be done. Cause I'm getting to the point in the game where we're just gonna have to start buying better gear.
Before you ask, I'm all out of the new socks, so if your feet are smelly, you'll have to work it out for yourself.
Oh, I don't want to purchase anything. I want to sell you stuff.
I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.
I don't really care about fashion.
I've heard that our dear
Oh, I do hope Mary and her neighbours aren't harmed.
Excuse me, sir. Are you all right?
Just barely. But I don't want to trouble a student with my woes.
I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you.
I'm not so sure. Name's Crispin Dunn, by the way. I trade in the surrounding hamlets. Do the most business in Arranshire. A lovely little hamlet. Just stunning gardens. Just the other day, the Daily Prophet ran an article on its scenic hedgerows. Actually, before I go on, I should ask, are you afraid of spiders?
Spiders don't bother me at all. You'd be impressed by how many I've dispatched lately.
Lucky you. The hamlet's overrun with the vile things, and they're acting abnormally aggressively. I'm concerned about my customers, of course, but it appears that most of the hamlet's residents fled to safety. It's my friend Mary I worry about. I haven't heard from her, and I fear she's trapped in her cottage.
Understandable, but why don't you check on her yourself?
I would, but I have a crippling fear of the eight-legged beasts, which I, unlike you, seem incapable of conquering. I don't know what to do. Can you think of anyone who can help Mary?
Why are there so many spiders in Arranshire all of a sudden?
I honestly don't know. I've never seen so many spiders in all of my life. It's almost as if someone's breeding them. They've trapped the entire hamlet in webs. I was lucky to escape it all. Mary always has a way with these beasts. It's very concerning not to hear from her.
Why is it you can't conquer your fear of spiders?
When I was a small child, I was being tormented and chased by a group of local bullies and slid into the hollow of a tree to hide. Within moments, spiders were crawling over every inch of my body. Seemed I'd stumbled on a nest. I couldn't move, paralysed by fear of the spiders and an equally profound fear of the wizards I knew were just outside the tree. I was there for what seemed hours. I can feel their legs on me now just talking about it. Ugh.
Why didn't you ask the ministry for help?
I did. Reached out to anyone who would listen. Tried Minister Spout old Spavin himself. But evidently they have their hands full with who knows what else. It seems this little hamlet has to fend for itself.
I'll try my very best, Mr. Dunn.
Please do. If you can think of anyone that may be brave enough to help, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. They'll find Arrowshire southeast of Hogsmeade, just below the train station.
Awesome.
Alfred Lawley's none too pleased. Seems he's been burgled. I shall pretend I never heard the rumours of your involvement.
That's very south on the world map, right? Oh no, it's right here. Did I just help this place? Let's see, what town are we coming up to? We got time. We can still do this quest. What do we do though? I'm gonna go see my challenges. Did I complete any of them? Like these are combat challenges. I don't think there's anyone like that with spiders. Still working on that one. Why would this hamlet over here be finally out of nowhere being invaded by spiders?
This must be Arrowshire. I'd best keep an eye out for spiders.
Like that one?
Incendio! Confringo! Even more aggressive than I'd expected. Incendio! Confringo! Bombard! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Confringo! Glacius! Cabalzo! Incendio! Confringo! Surely that's the last of it. Revelio. Oh no, this must be Mary. Poor woman. If Mary was breeding these things in her cellar, that means there are more underground. I'll need to destroy every last spider in that cell.
We have come so far. We should discuss the next steps in our plan to stop Harlow.
Revelio.
Bet you there's a big daddy one down here.
Revelio. If this is where Mary bred the spiders, they're not here now. Revelio. This isn't a good sign. These spiders have gone somewhere. A ladder. Not sure I want to know where this leads. I'd best be ready for whatever I may find down there.
I know how you feel, bud.
Revelio. Hexags. I need to find and destroy all of these before the situation gets even worse.
Alright.
Bombard. Glacier. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Glacier. Depulso. Confringo. Not my fault you're a deadly great spider. Confringo! That's one egg sac destroyed. I should get them. This is definitely going to anger your parents. Revelio.
I don't understand why she would go through such a hassle. Great spiders.
Confringo! Revelio. I hate to think that they see me, but I don't see them. Revelio.
There they are.
Glacier. Incendio. Can't let them pole damage you anymore. Not finished, so I need to destroy all of the egg sacs. Incendio. Glacier. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Confringo. Revelio.
Side of the cave's pretty cleared out.
Revelio. Confringo. Glacius. Revelio. Confringo. Glacius. Incendio. There's a victory that came none too soon. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. That's the last of the spider sacs. I suppose I know what happened to Mary Portman now. She was breeding the spiders.
And I was her downfall.
Revelio. I hope that's the last spider. Confringo!
Matriarch!
Incendio! Glacius! Incendio! Confringo!
I guess if we want to have a little bit of fun, I could go ahead.
Incendio! Confringo! Incendio! Glacius! Confringo! Incendio! Glacius! Descendo! Levioso! Expelliarmus! Defendo! Revelio! Arresto Memento! Bombarda! Confringo! Glacius! Incendio! Revelio!
Where's Big Mama? There it is.
Oh, wait. That's the last one. She's angry. Glacius! I'll be having nightmares for the rest of my life after that. Incendio! Glacius! Confringo! Ugh. Shame you're so foul. Revelio!
Now with the mom and dad, we should be alright. Won't be perfect, but be less of a threat to town. Now it's time to return. Great, I gotta make my way out of this damn thing. Hogsmeade. Alright guys, that's done too. We did that side quest.
Does it
It's a
get
major
any more
yes.
cozy than Hogsmeade?
Oh, it could.
Mr. Dunn, I have some news.
Thank Merlin. About my sweet friend Mary.
So sorry, Mr. Dunn. She was an innocent victim.
Poor Mary. Fighting for the Hamlet to the bitter end, no doubt. A noble sacrifice. She truly was a remarkable woman. Remarkable. She didn't deserve this. Few do.
I am sorry about your friend. But you'll be relieved to know that I cleared out the spiders. It's safe to return now.
You? You cleared out the spiders? I can't believe it, but I'm certainly relieved. I imagine the first order of business will be to help the Hamlet rebuild. I suppose I have nothing to fear from dead spiders.
That's the spirit. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you again for all you've done. I shall keep you apprised of the Hamlet's rebuilding.
Glad I could be of help, and I look forward to visiting your shop the next time I'm in Arranshire.
To dearly departed Mary.
I thought we had the Polyjuice potion, but that's like, I don't have to do that quest just yet. Guess we can do it right here. Do this one. I hope we have a plan. Cause I have a feeling if we take out Harlow before I have to do the final fight, he won't show up to help his little goblin buddy.
Ah, I have been meaning to speak with you.
I still can't believe we escaped the Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school since you saved me that day.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
If she knew more about what you've done, I suspect she'd be proud.
If she knew any more about what I've done, she would never let me out of her sight again.
I'm sorry. Has Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your father was also an animagus, I take it?
He could become the most majestic giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we surprised a group of bandits who had come from our village. One of them saw me just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. And it was all my fault.
Your fault? How so?
He died protecting me. If I had been capable of protecting myself, he would still be alive today. My mother and I tried to go on without him, but it became too much for us there. A few years later, we left to come to Scotland.
Do you think your father would approve of the things we've been doing?
Oh my, that is a good question. In theory, yes. Although he would worry as my mother does. But I think he, of all people, would understand my persistence. My father never shied away from a fight for good, no matter how ruthless the foe. And I think he would have enjoyed knowing that I had a compatriot like you.
Oh.
What does your mother think about all of this?
Well, as you saw, she worries a great deal. She is an excellent seer, but I think it bothers her to this day that she did not see my father's death coming. She misses him, as do I. So I believe on some level she understands my need to seek justice in a small way. But that does not mean that she likes it.
Do you think taking down the Ashwinders will avenge your father's death?
No. Vengeance is not what drives me. My father would not want that. He and my mother raised me to believe that it is a privilege to be able to fight for those who cannot. I know there is risk involved, but I feel it is worth it. I am glad you seem to think so too.
I'm sorry, Natty. I can't imagine what you've been through. Your father sounds exceptional.
He was. Truly extraordinary. And thank you for your kind words. We all have our burdens. My father had a saying about that.
Yes, I remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Exactly. Soon you and I will put an end to the Ashwinders, beginning with Harlow. And once he is gone, we will turn our attention to Rookwood. We are making progress, and we will succeed. Thank you again for saving me. You deserve all of the praise you have received.
Anytime, Natty. I'm glad to have a quick quest line here. So we're pretty much. What do we do? Do we want to do the Polyjuice quest now? You know, guys, just for you, we are gonna go for it. We're gonna try to do the quest today. So we're gonna go talk to Professor Fig. I don't know if we're gonna get all of it done, but we'll go see if Fig can help us sneak into where we need to go. Professor Fig, you're here. You have a little classroom down here.
Professor Fig, the Keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the port key. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have polyjuice potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more. How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the Ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Do you have a moment, Professor? Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only... you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets the...
You call that a shine on those boots? Do better. Has anyone seen my ivory-handled hand mirror?
What could the headmaster want?
I'll cause some mischief.
If you must speak with me, consult my secretaries or what have you. Now move along.
Headmaster, here, what could he want?
Stand proud, purebloods. The future is yours.
Professor, a word? Professor Black, again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kagawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kagawa.
I'm going to cause you some mischief that you have.
What did we do to deserve him as a headmaster?
I wonder almost daily why I accepted this appointment from the Ministry.
He was in a mood the other day.
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth year seems to be.
They're not invisible, sir. I've seen them near the library. In fact, they help me with my, heavy books.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
Something seems a little off with the headmaster.
Greetings! I mean, out of my way, children!
Professor, I need to speak to you. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Ah, well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
He's running somewhere. Man, I'm gonna get
A
myself...
wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig? I shall never...
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Professor Black is happy with Scrope's performance as his house elf. There's no doubt in Scrope's mind.
Attention, students. I hereby decree that the Great Hall be forthwith decorated in the noble banners of Gryffindor. I shall be taking no questions at this time, or ever. Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
God, I don't remember.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pur.
Ha! Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle.
That caused a little too much trouble. Alrighty, so now let's wait for the quest to appear. Because I get to my office. I don't remember where that even is. I'm pretty sure it's in the South Main Tower. Maybe not. Maybe it's in. Because it's a headmaster tower up here. Pretty sure it's up here. We'll go explore a little bit. Let's see if we can figure out where it is. Because I forget where it's located.
What are you up to now?
Sadly, I'm up to no good like I usually am. But I gotta do what I gotta do, guys. Gotta protect the castle, protect my friends, and you know, beat the hell out of the headmaster a little bit. But that's my opinion.
The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password. Toujours pure. I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto. Revelio. Hello, Hamora.
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
What can I expect to find in the book?
A story. I cannot say more. You may recognize some elements of it, as I was inspired by a tale with which many wizarding children are familiar.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time? Revelio. Revelio. Hello, Hamora.
I have a short period trying to hack and try to grab everything in here.
Revelio. Revelio.
I'm gonna go random. That's your black in a room. It's underneath me.
That must be the pedestal. Where am I?
Professor Fitzgerald? Can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me Neve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem. You must move swiftly and cautiously. Use the tools you encounter to find me. The first you will need is a cloak.
Oh, it's Beatles and Bards, three brothers.
In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
I should have run when I could. I'd be free by now.
They're gone. For now. I need to get out of here. Where could Neve be?
This is the Deathly Hallows.
I need to time this just right. I see. A staircase straight ahead.
Beatles and Bards, the Deathly Hallows. Maybe there is a tree.
A ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there. This is my chance. I'm coming, Neve. Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can. That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past them.
Come back. Walks away. On the path.
Nothing this way. More danger. There must be another way to find you. I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way. That doorway looks like closed tight. No way but forward, I suppose. Now's my chance.
This is it. I like this.
That's the way forward.
Invisibility cloak.
Can this be? I think I'm invisible.
Gotta figure out how to get out of here.
They can't see me at all. I can get closer to them.
Not even death could see him. Under the beetle's bar's tail.
This is the way forward. Finally free. Now where are you, Neve?
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide. Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
Ah, there's the one. The Elder One.
I've never felt such power.
Bombarda!
Guess now we're coming to battle.
Descender!
The last stone I have to die. Because it's the resurrection stone.
Defender! Bombarda! Depulso! Descender! Bombarda! Defender! Bombarda! Defender! Bombarda! Depulso! Bombarda! Revelio.
Yeah, I figured it wasn't being anything to collect. Combat arena. Got the cell.
Descendo. Defendo. Bombardo. Protego. Bombardo. Bombardo.
Oh god, that's gonna be rough. You're gonna fight a troll, which is already hard enough. How the brigade go?
Bombardo. Protego. Depulso. Bombardo. Depulso. Defender. Descendo. Bombardo. Bombardo. Depulso. Bombardo. Defendo.
Really cool fun.
Bombardo.
Cool dead. Pretty easy. Oh, not another one.
Depulso. Bombardo. Protego. Stupid one. Defendo. Bombardo. Depulso. Descendo.
Bombarda! Bullshit. Defender! Descendo! Depulso! Bombarda! Defender!
Oh, there's no way. With full on freaking
Defender! Protego! Bombarda!
even with the Elderon, that's really hard to do. Even with full on potions coming into this, I was probably gonna I'll probably be out already. So I gotta figure out how to do this with using little potions if possible.
Revelio. Bombarda. Defender. Depulso. Descendo. Defender. Bombarda. Depulso. Defender.
Descendo. Potions when I need to.
Defender. Depulso. Protego. Bombarda. Defender. Bombarda. Defender. Defender. Bombarda. Bombarda. Defender. Bombarda. Defender.
Last, but it'll leave my way.
Defender. Bombarda.
Maybe the Death Shadow guy is dead.
Defender. Bombarda. Defender. Bombarda. Depulso. Bombarda. Defender. Bombarda. Depulso. Defender. Protego. Bombarda. Defender. Revelio. stone. This must be for me.
It's accepting death.
You are far from finished. Pass through the mourners ahead.
She's gone. Neve's dead.
Oh, poor Neve. Gone so young.
Let us always honor her memory.
We won't be the same without her.
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self. But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should. Remember that as you witness my memory.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable.
Wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong
You
hands,
saw what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
Oh, Isadora. This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
Revelio.
Didn't give me shit.
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
Young? I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed. Was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I found it disturbing. But how did she gain power from it? How did she harness it?
It was disturbing. Although I wonder that you are asking about her power. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizardkind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was. And she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragball.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
The Hollowed Hero. Oh boy, guys, we're now deep into the series. Because now, we got prepare for your owls. It's not good, guys. Not good at all.
I shouldn't have reacted so bitterly about your goblin friend. I apologize. I hope we can finish what we started with the triptych. Please meet me at the southern coast. We can search for the final canvas piece.
Oh, good lord, I have enough memory. Let's go look at our outpost. Phoenix Wright's gonna be a fun one. Sky Limit would be a good one. A lot of these quests look like they're gonna be in the southern coast. So maybe off camera I'll do some exploring down the south. Just try to get all the locations found. Right there's his quest. I have a quest down here. I guarantee Deke's quest is gonna be down here as well.
Deke has some exciting news to share.
Hello, Deke. Professor Weasley said you had an idea.
Indeed, Deke does. Deke knows that you want to learn about all sorts of beasts, and Deke recently heard rumors of a phoenix nest in a nearby mountain.
A phoenix nest? I wonder if it belongs to the phoenix gnat he mentioned, the one Harlow and the poacher pack are after.
Deke would not doubt it. If Deke has heard of it, surely the nasty poachers have as well, which means it could be in danger.
Well, I'd better go and rescue it then, hadn't I?
Deke thinks so. So majestic a beast should not fall into such vile hands. Deke is not sure why, but Deke feels that saving a phoenix might help to make amends for what happened with Deke's prior master. Deke hopes that you are able to find the phoenix and bring it to the room where it will be safe.
Cool. So we've got the Phoenix Rise in. So it's probably to the south. There's just no reason it would not be. Yep, there it is. There they are. All the quests are down here, so. Gonna save the game here, guys. We'll save this one. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you like, subscribe, and comment with the channel today. We're almost done with the game. We're probably not gonna have it 100%ed when the time I beat it, but you will do all the main quests, side quests, and then when the romance stuff comes out, I will do a short video on that. Maybe talk about other stuff. But until then, I'll see you guys next time.